Wow, this is crazy. Oh shoot, no! Well, if you haven't seen the previous videos, those were recorded in Malaysia a year ago. Now that I've gotten those out of the way, I do want to get into this current trip here in Malaysia. My friend booked this, what I believe is a 5-star hotel here in Bangsar, just a few minutes out of Kuala Lumpur city center. So just to start off, I want to show you this hotel. It is super impressive, great amenities. The room is really nice. It is actually bigger than my apartment back in Hong Kong. It has 2 king-size beds, and I'm overall just super impressed with it. It's very clean. Right next to the public transportation, so it's super easy to get to downtown. Highly recommend this hotel if you are ever here in Kuala Lumpur. After a brief stay in Kuala Lumpur, I am once again on my way up to one of my favorite places in Malaysia, Ipoh. Since I didn't rent a car this trip, I took a 2-hour train ride from KL Central up to Ipoh. Malaysia does have a very convenient railway system, which is capable of taking you to many of the major cities throughout Malaysia. Admittedly, I have been somewhat spoiled by China's high-speed rail, as I've been taking it quite frequently over the last couple months. So this train did feel a little bit dated, and compared to the high-speed rail system in China, somewhat slow. However, it is overall very comfortable and pleasant to ride on. Feels good to be back in Ipoh. I always tell myself that if I wasn't born in Ogden, Utah, I would be from Ipoh. Ipoh just feels so homey to me. I love how it's a good mixture of cultures, a lot of Cantonese, so it feels very at home to me. After arriving in Ipoh, I got picked up by a friend and was taken directly to Dasha Charcoal Hot Pot. While not traditional Ipoh or even Malaysian cuisine, they did offer several nice Chinese dishes. Of course, you can't come to this restaurant without ordering their signature hot pot dishes. We first ordered their cheesy prawn hot pot, which is actually surprisingly delicious. What was most impressive though was the flaming charcoal kiln with a pot of boiling lamb and stewed vegetables on top. I've never been served hot pot in such a way before. While I don't think boiling the broth over charcoal affects the flavor all that much, it does certainly make for an incredible and unique experience. So since my schedule is kind of filled up with things tomorrow, this might kind of turn into more of a voiceover vlog where I kind of just film things as I go along and try to explain it to you afterwards. But right now though, since my schedule is completely open, I do want to take you down to one of my favorite things in Ipoh, the Gerbang Malam. Ipoh might be a small town, but it actually has a really great nightlife scene. The Gerbang Malam is kind of like a night market, but it has got a lot of random products. You'll see what I mean. So around the time when the sun goes down, they set up all these street stalls where they sell all kinds of things here, from hats, clothing, knives, anything you want. While it might not be the most popular night market in Ipoh, the Gerbang Malam does bring a unique charm to Ipoh at night. I think the goods in this market are mostly counterfeit goods, but you can get some incredibly cheap items here. Looking at the prices on the left, you'll see belts and wallets for 10 ringgit, which is maybe a little more than 2 USD. Compared to, say, Chinatown in Kuala Lumpur, which draws in thousands of more tourists, the prices at this Ipoh Gerbang Malam are a fraction of the cost of what you'd find in KL. You can see they're selling shoes, 60 ringgit only. That's crazy. That's only slightly more than 10 USD. Oh wow, look at this. This is like a whole new food court that wasn't here before. This is crazy. I'm actually really surprised at how much Ipoh has changed in just the last year. Well, my phone is having a lot of problems and it has my Airbnb passcode on it, so hopefully I'm going to be able to get back in. It's 3 years old and it's starting to fail on me. So anyway, I just stopped at a quick stall and to get one of my favorite foods here in Malaysia. This is called popiah. And so popiah is kind of like this crepe outer shell or outer wrap, and then it's filled with like a bunch of different like vegetables, has like some type of like sauce on the top of it. It's kind of sweet but savory at the same time. Let me just take one of these and see if this is as good as the one that I've had at some of the other stalls here in Ipoh. So you can take a look at the inside. Each one of these kind of has their own recipe, I guess, so we'll see if this one is any good. Looks like it's got carrots, yellow radishes maybe. Oh man. These 2 pieces here only cost me 3 ringgit. That's like less than 1 USD for this. Oh, so good too. The biggest problem I have with coming back to Malaysia is that I end up eating so much. I worked so hard to lose all the weight, and now I worry it's gonna just come back. So good. It's just so satisfying to eat this because it's like soft on the outside, yet it has a lot of like nice crunchy things on the middle. I've gotten this in America before, but the taste and the texture is just completely different. It's just not right at all. But I feel like the only place you can get authentic Malaysian food is right here in Malaysia. Nowhere in America have I had any food even close to as good as the food I've had here in Malaysia. So right now I'm walking to some food stalls that I'm more familiar with. This one is just right here on the right. We'll get up there in a second and hopefully I can find some nice dessert. I've had a lot of food today already. It is currently 10 p.m. and you can see how lively Ipoh still is. When I was back in San Francisco, everything was closed at like 6, 7 p.m. But here, everything's still open and really lively. So if I have enough money, I think what I want to get is some of this ice kacang or something. There's a couple things I haven't tried up there before. I might order that, especially that big one, that ice buah bun on ice cream. Oh my goodness, check this out. It is full of fruit. It's got mango, lychee, ice cream, dragon fruit. Might be longan, and I think watermelon, some type of jelly, nuts. Wow, this might be a little bit too much for one person. So let's see what kind of ice cream this is. It's pink color. It tastes like those syrup bandung flavor. Kind of sweet, a little bit fruity. Dragon fruit. How's the watermelon? Sweetness of the watermelon still comes through after eating the ice cream, so it must be pretty good. The mango does look a little bit hard, but it's still pretty nice, a little sour. And then in the middle of this, oh shoot, no! Just dropped all the mangoes, dang it. In the middle of this, it has a nice icy center that is also filled with kind of like a syrup bandung. Man, I absolutely love living in Asia now. It's just, I'm in food heaven literally every single day. Ipoh is truly a food lover's paradise. If you ever come to Malaysia, I highly recommend visiting Ipoh. This small town has a rich history, vibrant culture, incredible people, and a diverse range of highly affordable yet incredibly delicious cuisines. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hope you enjoyed watching, and if you made it this far, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.